Good day. My name is Alex Sabat and you're watching BNN. Today we'll be exploring 4 clubs that constantly try to positively influence our school. As an example, we'll see a multicultural society tally up the different cultures in our grade 9s, experience firsthand the semi-formal creation by student government, the results of a dedicated chaplain's team's food drive are here, and lastly, we're pushing forward with Equity's anti-bullying campaign, which is focusing on homophobia this year. The Multicultural Society is an organization which focuses on bringing the many diverse cultures into our community and making them one. Teaching rebuff of cultures around the world is the main objective for this club. This is exactly what they're trying to achieve by telling the different cultures in our grade 9s. It will help the club truly understand the different cultures and prove to the school our great, yet amazing, multiculturalism. Amanda Tete, co-president of the Multicultural Society, tells BNN that the following are statistics of the cultures found in our grade 9 students. 49% of grade 9 students are Italian or West European, 12% are Middle Eastern, 11% are of Asian heritage, 10% are Hispanic, 7% are Russian, Polish, or East European, and 11% are African. Wow, the different cultures truly unblemished rebuff. She also asked for people to check out the club in room 206 after school every Wednesday for a great opportunity. We'll be back after this message.
In a school where students are not allowed to go outside, stuck inside for lunch. Imagine a place that keeps you inside the whole day, a place where all you know is the dark, empty classrooms behind high school doors.
I was so trapped, it felt like a prison. That we got to the point where in the cafeteria I could never find a space to sit.
Now that the school is open campus, hardly anybody stays for lunch.
I think open campus is one of the best things that ever happened to this school, but I think the cap's losing money from it, which doesn't really matter, but it's good anyway.
Open campus is much better than staying inside here because there's more food out there and you get to meet new people outside and it's more culturally diverse.
After many years of running away from this sort of thing, students are now able to run free.
St. John de Brebeuf is a big school. There are nearly 100 staff members working here, teaching many subjects such as math, English, drama, science, etc. But there's always that one teacher that stands out of all of them. Always respected, always remembered, always admired for what they do every day to earn everybody's appreciation. This is a day-in-life story of Mr. Pantaleo. At a young age, Pantaleo was your typical goody-two-shoes kid, always doing good in his schoolwork and studies in order to strive for a better life for his own future. How Mr. Pantaleo got into teaching was an unexpected fluke.
It was a fluke, actually. A friend of mine was working at a private high school and they needed a math and physics teacher for a couple of weeks. He knew that I loved math and physics, so he asked me to come inside the school and supply. Well, I did for 2 weeks, and the principal liked me so much that he hired me for a year. He wanted me to teach math and physics, and I just fell in love with the job.
But does he also really enjoy teaching the subjects that he does?
Yeah, I love the subjects I'm teaching. I've always been a fan of math. I love math. I love it when when I'm working on a problem and I get the answer in the back of the book. It's a wonderful rush.
Mr. Pantaleo has been teaching for 5 years. Now within that time, many students will also agree that he is one of the best teachers in the school. But does he view himself as one of the best teachers?
No. I like to think I'm a good one. I'm always learning. I don't think I'm the best. I don't want to be cocky that way. But I like to think I'm good.
Even though he plays a lot of guitar, was it really his major in university?
Yeah, I took materials and metallurgical engineering at the University of Toronto. And yeah, then I worked as an engineer for 6 years. No, I never took music. I just fell into music.
The kind of teacher that Mr. Pantaleo is, you would think that he would know somebody in his life that inspired him to become a teacher.
I guess the person who inspired me most is Slash from Guns N' Roses. It's true, actually, but no. But with regards to teaching, Mr. Timmons, my OAC physics teacher, he was a great man. He was an engineer, like myself, and then he went into teaching. My mother actually inspired me. She was the first person to say, Roberto, you should become a math teacher. And she mentioned this when just before I was getting into my engineering program at University of Toronto. She asked me, what are you doing after university? And engineering, and she didn't know what that was. And she said, no, Roberto, you should be a math teacher. And I went to engineering. I was an engineer for 6 years, and look at me now, I'm a math teacher.
Throughout his 5-year career in teaching, there's only been one significant achievement that Mr. Pantaleo earned.
Any memorable achievements throughout my teaching career? Every day. There is a memorable achievement. Every class, every time a student understands a concept, every day is an achievement in this job, because we are constantly learning, and I'm seeing young people learning every day. So every time a student learns something, it's an achievement, especially if it's in my classroom.
As you all know, teaching wasn't Mr. Pantaleo's first choice, but after teaching for a while, he finally realized that this was a job he wanted to get into, and teaching at a high school like St. John de Brebeuf worked out for him. With everything that he has earned and achieved throughout his entire life, he is bound to live a very happy and successful life. I'm Adrian Bravo, and you're watching BNN News.
Welcome back. Now, as you all know, Chaplaincy's food drive and many other fundraisers were a complete success, filling the St. John de Brebeuf Square with a pyramid of cans. It was a great team effort from Chaplaincy and the volleyball team run by Mr. Steele. BNN correspondent Victoria Bader shows us more.
From October 3rd to the 7th, St. John de Brebeuf Catholic High School held a food drive in honor of Thanksgiving. Students continuously brought in cans and dry foods throughout the week for this charitable cause. All the proceeds have been sent to the Vaughan Food Bank for those in need. Mr. Steele will give us more on how much we raised.
Well, during the food drive, we managed to raise $876, and then Mr. Ron Villani, our principal of St. John de Brebeuf, he actually topped it up to 1,000. And then we have we had Walmart, who was very generous, and they were doing a price match for us. So we raised 1,000, and they sponsored us for another 1,000. So we were able to purchase $2,000 worth of dry goods for the Vaughan Food Bank.
Mr. Steele's gym class boxed over 100 cans and prepared them to be shipped to the Vaughan Food Bank. This may seem like a lot of cans, but how did it compare to last year? And did we even reach our goal? Miss Morrison will give us more on that.
Our food drive this year for the Woodbridge Vaughan Thanksgiving Food Drive, which was in association with St. Clair Parish, St. Clair of Assisi Parish, was a success. We didn't quite achieve the same goals that we had last year, but these are different economic times for many of our families. So considering all of that, we certainly achieved collecting over 2,000 items for the Woodbridge Vaughan Food Bank.
So how many cans did you guys bring in?
I brought in 10.
I brought in 5. The food drive was a great success and will help many needy families in Vaughan who could not afford to have a Thanksgiving feast as many of us could. Hopefully next year we'll raise even more. I'm Maria Rossi. You're watching BNN. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Victoria. In other news, it's almost time for an event that drives grade 11s crazy. That's right, semi-formal. This year, BNN gives you a behind-the-scenes making of the event. On November 18th, semi-formal takes place, and getting a hall to look like Candyland is a lot of hard work. Matt Esposito, co-president of student government and a grade 11 alumni, tells BNN the semi-hardships. Well, it takes countless hours of hard work and determination, she said, especially with such an open topic. Ideas and creativity have to be overflowing. For example, currently we're working on the invitations, which have to look like a professional Candyland invitation. Also, our centerpieces have to be spectacular. Both seem to be turning out great, so make sure you buy your semi-ticket with the early bird special from October 20th to October 21st. You heard it here first. Your one-night sweet times takes months in organizing, so be sure to thank your student government members. Now for Justin Coco's rant on electronics.
And when at BBM, want to send your pin, bro? We got the new iPhone 4S. These are all things you would hear in a typical classroom these days while the teacher is trying to teach. I wonder how frustrating it must be for a teacher to try to teach their lesson and all the kids are texting and blaring music. And the thing is, they know you're texting. Like, no one just looks down at their lower region and smiles. Wank. Have I texted in class? Yes. Am I proud of it? Hell no. Because when you text and you're really into a conversation, the whole world around you comes to a stop. You can't hear what's going on around you. You develop tunnel vision. A tree falls in slow motion like in Rocky IV. You will not leave that class not knowing a single word that the teacher has said. And test time comes around and it hits you like a train. Whoop whoop. Then you start scrambling, asking people for notes, cry, or is that just me? Some might say sunshine follows thunder, that we will find a brighter day. Let us text in class so we can ask our peers for help. So donkeys behind, we know you're not texting your peers, unless the homework is what you did last weekend. So in conclusion, ladies and germs, you never know what the teacher might be teaching. While you're busy on your phone, it could be something very important. Or if you have a really strict teacher, they might just take it away, put it in a brown bag, one-way ticket to the office. So to avoid the brown paper bag of death, don't text your friend Seth.
What is BNN?
BNN is Big Buff's news network and informs everyone what's going on Big Buff.
How do I become a part of BNN?
Go see Mr. Goldblum for more information on how to be a BNN member.
Do you watch BNN?
Do you watch BNN?
I watch BNN.
We watch BNN!
We all watch BNN!
Welcome back. Equity's anti-bullying campaign has always been a strong movement, but this year they plan to go farther than ever before. This year, Mr. Fedde tells BNN that they will be focusing on homophobia, transforming the school to make them walls of communication with messages against bullying. There will also be a social mural filled with facts and information arranged in the format of a Twitter page. Throughout the campaign, there will be drastic visual representations. As an example, the dead bodies found on the first floor, which is done out of respect for all those who have passed away due to bullying harassment. Stars who have declared themselves homosexual will be posted around the school in light of the fact that you are never alone. Each floor will represent an escalation towards peace. Mr. Fedde also asked us to try our best and stop bullying for good. Now, Abigail Lomboy and Stefano Signorelli with a sport feature.
Thanks, Alex. What's up, Ray Buff? This is Abigail Lomboy, and today is Friday, October 14, 2011. But it's not just some normal Friday, October 14. Today is our last season game for the senior boys soccer team. They're going to be playing against their biggest rival, the Mustangs, and they come from St. Maximilian Kolbe's Catholic High School in Mississauga. They're going to be playing here on this field later on, and we're totally excited to see what happens. We're rooting for our boys to win. And we'll see what happens. And we have our on-head cameraman, Stefano Signorelli, that's going to get all the footage and shots. And we're so pumped for it. spoke to Mr. Covery, one of the coaches for the boys' senior soccer team, and he told us that this was a very solid game and that he's proud of the Black Bears. Wow, what an amazing game. Brebeuf won, but that's no surprise. It came from 5-0. It was a fun day full of motivation and cheers, amazing turnout, and we just want to say thank you to everyone for their support. Congratulations to the senior boys soccer team and for an amazing season. Back to you, Alex.
Well, that concludes our broadcast for this segment. To see this program again or give us your reaction on any stories we covered, visit us on the web at bnnonline.ca. On behalf of all the reporters and videographers who make this show possible, thank you for watching. I'm Alex Sabat, and see you on the next edition of BNN.
Thank you.